Hello and welcome. I am the Scraptastic Crocheter and my name is Amanda. And this is not what you think it is. You might recognize this logo and this style if you have kids. This is an old box that used to contain Lego pieces, but that's not what I use it for today. It is a little plastic tub like this with a handle. And underneath this lid is what I use when I crochet on the road. And on top here you can see what I've been working on recently. This is the yarn I have left on this one, and I don't want to tangle it up a lot, so I'm gonna be careful. I have been in the bus going back and forth a little bit these last few days, and gonna be doing more of that in the days to come here. You will probably be able to see a little bit of this, at least the lighter part on the dark background. Oh right, I did this to not get all tangled up. I didn't think about that. Let's see, don't want to lose where I'm at. To not get it to like unravel, I just fasten off with a stitch marker when I have to put it down. We have skulls, and lots of them, and they're getting darker and darker and darker all the way up here. It's gonna be really nice to see this finished and blocked. And anyone who might have seen me working on this, knowing crocheting with dark yarn, probably would have a good laugh, because I've been on a bus, it's been very sunny, dark yarn, and sunglasses. Yeah, I laugh at that myself. I never expected working on black yarn and sunglasses, but hey, it happens. Probably looks really funny, and it isn't as hard as I expected, but this pattern is very easy and very a lot of chains and working in chain spaces, so I think that's the only reason it's actually doable. But yeah, you know, it is what it is, and the sun has been very annoying. So what else do I have in here? I do have an extra cake in case I finish and run out of yarn. I don't want to be just, you know, left standing with nothing. So an extra yarn cake. Not sure what to do with it. It's just there for emergencies, okay? But I do have this, my little pouch here. And this is On the Go. I have 2 pens. I have a little box here with a closing button. Inside here I have a needle, one of these metallic needles with a pretty big loop for thicker yarns, and just a lot of these cheap plastic stitch markers. I do have my cheap crochet hooks. If you have been here for a while, you might know that my favorite hooks are the Tulip Edimo crochet hooks, but hey, they are expensive. If I'm gonna lose a crochet hook on the road, I don't want it to be my expensive ones, so I do go for these cheap, I think they're aluminum, and I did buy a couple of sets of these, and I bought some single ones as well. I think a set cost me about $15-ish in my local craft store. So that's what I dare to take on the road. I don't want to, you know, risk anything. I have nail file, always handy. Hate when I get some, you know, little thing on the nail where my yarn catches. Don't like that to happen. Lip balm, just in case. A little post-it pad in case I need to do some type of notes. A little cute scissor, very sharp one. It is pointy and stuff as well. Handy. I don't know why I have this with me. It's not like I need it on the go. It's more like it did fit in this pouch and then it just stayed in there. But these are kind of gauge measure things. Let's see how it's supposed to be. Oh, I didn't know that it has some kind of protective plastic stuff on it. Yeah, can't say I have really used them anyway. This is for crochet stitches and this is for knitting stitches. I'm not a knitter. I don't know what I kept this for at all. Yeah, it just lives in that bag. I do have another gauge measure thing with the ruler and these pokey holes. Never used it really either. It just, yeah, it moved in this bag. And then I have some darning needles, and they're a bit sharper than I like it to be. I usually don't like to use these sharp needles because I don't see the point in that. I like them a little bit not so sharp, but I have needles all over the place, and this is not the ones I normally go for, but since it's in my travel bag, you know, it's for when I travel, if I travel, which doesn't happen very often. So I'm gonna put them back in here, and then I'm gonna just talk a little bit more. So this box here, the reason I'm using this, it's hard, sturdy plastic. It doesn't have any holes in any way. Might have a little bit of dirt in the bottom, but yeah. So if for some reason I would just put my crochet hook down in here, it's not gonna fall out the bottom. And when I'm using cakes, they can be a bit, I wouldn't say fragile, but when they're being moved around about a lot, they can become a little tangled mess. So having these hard walls at least makes it a little bit less of a chance for it to totally get messed up. If I put it in a bag, the bag might get squished up, and so would the yarn cake inside. So this is something you might laugh at if you see me walk down the street coming here with a yellow plastic tub with a nice handle on it, but it is it's very useful and it serves its purpose, and it does protect the yarn so it doesn't tangle up too badly. This is very, you know, I've used it quite a big chunk of it. It's just the outside of it left, and it is a bit delicate if I don't want to mess it up too bad. So I try to keep it somewhat of a organized mess. Okay, so that is that. This is my travel, or you know, outdoorsy WIP basket, more or less. So all the stuff I have at home is for indoors use. If you have seen my WIP basket, you might know that it is a kind of, you know, the kind that you find in the grocery store, and it's full of holes. So if I lose anything in there, it's gonna be somewhere in the house when I move it around. And that's okay, because it's in my house. I know where to look. Don't you just love the color fades on these yarns? Yet again, just one of them Sultan cakes. Shadow in black to gray. But yeah. So this is my on-the-go tip. Or on the road, or what you feel like. On the beach, maybe? You probably have some other really nice type of baskets or tubs you could use, but it's just handy that to have a handle and to know that everything is in here. Like, okay, it's not totally secure. You can just remove the lid like this. It's not like stuck on there, but it's good enough for me. And I do have this inside of another bag, or yeah, I have other things as well that I've been taking with me, like an extra sweater and some water bottle, and you know, I can't fit everything in here, so I do have this and some other stuff in another bag. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show today. So I thank you very much for being here and supporting my channel. I have noticed that there's been a couple of new subscribers, to say the least. It feels like overnight my channel got a very much attention, or at least subscribers, so I'm very, very thankful for those who have subscribed the last few days. I hope that you find something that you enjoy watching on my channel, and I am planning to get more content out very soon. I'm just gonna have a couple of busy weeks in front of me, but I'm gonna do my best. So the videos are probably gonna be short and sweet, hopefully. So thank you very much for today, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.